it comes to steam locomotives, you can't simply get on and go. Apart from the obvious, there's loads more that get done that people never see. So I spent a day with Sylvia and some of the people that care for her to see what happens behind the steam. In 1930 in Germany, this Class 19B locomotive was manufactured. She was soon after brought to South Africa, where she was put to work. By 1977, they were all replaced. The future looked grim and she almost didn't make it. Luckily, she was restored to her former glory and put to use with Atlantic Rail in the South African Garden Route, where she does trips between Hartenbos and Grootbrakrivier. When you arrive, she's there to greet you, and once you get moving, it's a whole new world. With the heavily forested areas and ocean views. To cross the many rivers and lagoons, plenty of bridges were erected. There is a slight problem as Sylvia is very hungry. And her favorite food is coal. Early every morning, coal is picked up with the TLB and loaded onto Sylvia for the day. To get a better view, we fixed the GoPro to the front, and it makes this look like a video game. I asked them why the coal is left open. Will it not get wet? This question was met with lots of laughter. Turns out that they wet the coal on purpose to minimize losing some to black coal dust clouds. So what does Eskom mean when they say that their coal is wet? We'll never know. 8 loads were quickly loaded onto the locomotive. This will be around 5 tons of coal. And no, it's not getting delivered to your ex for Christmas. When the coal was loaded, they set off. Here's some chuffing to enjoy without my yapping. Anyway, the water level is always important as it's crucial to making steam, obviously. Whenever there's a chance, the tank will get filled up. The water tank sits below the coal. It even has a gradient at the front, reason why, when the train moves, so does the water. That in turn moves the metal that moves the coal forward. But trimming is still required as this locomotive uses lots of coal to feed the ever-hungry fire, which can burn at over 1,000 degrees Celsius. A locomotive is basically a gigantic kettle that produces boiling water very quickly to make coffee. A special railway shovel is used to stoke the fire. Imagine working your way through 5 tons of coal in a day, in the African heat and on the even hotter footplate. Coal is moved into every crevice of the firebox to ensure that it's all level. But much like humans, what goes in must come out. This is how they clean a fire. Don't worry about these getting dumped on the track. A strong man will come and sort them out. Bigger pieces require some elbow grease. But why not break them apart from the top? Thing is, they do. Teamwork makes the train work. This truly is stepping back in time, especially with the coaches. When you're on the move, there's no way of telling what century you're in. The coaches might be antiques, but the chow is 21st century. They've got muffins, pies and sandwiches. Also South Africans' three favourite things: dried meat, sliced potatoes and a bar with some merch. Sorry, 2 bars. The best seat in the house is on the footplate, where the magic happens. It took everything in my being not to fiddle around with all these knobs. Every single movable piece will do something different. If you take a GoPro, lean it against the sleeper and wait for a train, you might just get a kef shot. There's no denying that it's even better to see it from 2 angles. Just because the trip is done doesn't mean that the work is. While some will clean the fire through the steam, others apply some lube. Different lubes have different consistencies for different parts of the train. The work will continue till the next day, as someone has to stay with Sylvia to mind the fire overnight. Legend has it Corneels can move a locomotive without even touching it. Wow. His son also works on the footplate with him. In fact, my brother-in-law's brother and father also work here. Carlo can be seen guarding crossings, operating a TLB, or cleaning fire with an eister. But his father is an eister. Marius has been working on steam trains since way before I was born. It takes years to master moving these behemoths. When you book your trip, this is the views that you can expect. When they arrive at Grootbrak station, the locomotive will be uncoupled and turned around. The return trip will be made in reverse. What are you waiting for? Come experience the wonder of steam with Sylvia and Atlantic Rail. But be warned, if you happen to find a bridge and think that it's a good idea to film the train from the top of it, like me, you're a fool. Thanks for watching. Join me again soon for another adventure on the rail.